It is about time for you to sit down, relax, and listen to us here on Bacon on the Rocks. I'm Chuck Overnesser along with Eric Kwiatek and Chris Walsh. Guys, what's going on?
Hoorah.
All right.
Hoorah.
Got to breathe for a minute here. It's been a crazy hectic day for me, so just breathing a little bit, but glad you're here.
Are you talking about the math test, Chuck?
Which math test?
You didn't have a math test today?
No.
Maybe it was just my daughter's grade or class.
Maybe. I don't know. We took a practice test today, and Natalie did horrible.
It was the most frustrating thing I've ever done in my life.
Did you take the test for her?
No.
Oh, well, that would have been smart.
That would have been easier. I would have been done in like 5 minutes.
So you think.
I mean...
Eric, did you take the math test today?
I have. I played Minesweeper this morning.
There you go.
That's sort of like a math test.
Yeah, basically.
I've never understood that game ever. I tried it multiple times, and
Well, there's math.
There's a technique to it too.
There is?
Isn't there a way you like hold down the mouse buttons or something and it like gives you like the area that you could uncover or something? I haven't played this in a long time, but I remember my friends showing me like back in the day. I was like, oh, I had no idea you could even do that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I never discovered. I played it for years, and I always lost. And I didn't realize until one day you could right mouse button click, and that would put a flag. Yeah, I had no idea for years. I would be playing, and I was like, oh, there's a flag option. That's cool.
Yeah,
no idea.
Yeah.
You know what else I didn't do? I didn't sit there and sync the cameras in. But oh well, we're gonna move on. I'll figure it out.
I'm sure there's some sort of loud noise.
Oh, Eric did it. Thank you, Eric. Yep, there you go. A little behind the scenes. You get to know how we sync our cameras, and it's just a hand clap. So, but before we get started, I want to thank our sponsor, Cookies Q and Creamery. If you go to cookiesq.com, right now they've got new menu items that are going to just, they've expanded the menu a little bit, I guess. And so they've got some new items. No matter what you get, though, it's always delicious. So be sure to go to cookiesq.com. And if it's too cold and too chilly and you're just a wuss and you don't want to go out, you can order in. Use DoorDash, cookiesq.com. Order, especially if you're in the Utica area, because that's where they deliver to. So be sure to check it out, cookiesq.com, DoorDash. All together, they work great, and it's a delicious, delicious food always. So thank you, Cookies. There we go. Got that in. Oh, and I'm mad at the end of the podcast when we were talking last week, and I want to get this out right now. Did you know you can go to shop.bacononthedot.rocks and check out some of the apparel we have going on there right now? We've got T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, leggings for the girls. Unless some guy wants leggings, you can have them too, I guess. Joggers, and even a coffee mug. Everybody drinks coffee. Like Eric, like that. Yep, see, got a coffee
However,
mug.
I don't have the right mug.
Just pretend there's on the other side is the Bacon on the Rocks logo. I promise you.
Use your imagination here. Chuck, why don't you just After Effects that?
Put that in post.
These guys think I'm a miracle worker.
Fix it in post.
Everything fixed in post. So yeah, be sure to check out shop.bacononthedot.rocks, and you can visit our store and see all the different things going on. Always trying to update it. Right now, the most popular shirt we are selling is the Jurassic Park shirt. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's actually a nice little take on Jurassic Park. Shop.bacononthedot.rocks. So thank you, and we appreciate any support from all of you out there. Okay, let's get started here. And I've got to start off first with Eric, because you sent a picture, what was it, last night? Or something with Now, Eric sent me a picture last night via Snapchat, and it was a picture of a McRib and fries. Now, my question to you is, was this your first McRib, or has it been a while? Or give me a little background here, because I didn't know what was going on exactly.
I'm 90% sure it's my second McRib ever in my life.
Okay.
I don't really remember the first one. So
Okay.
Either didn't leave a lasting impression, or I just completely blanked it out, and I was like, I'll give this another try. I don't think this one's going to leave a lasting impression either.
Ooh.
It's not bad. It seems, honestly, to me, it just seems like if someone really likes McDonald's barbecue sauce, which is really good, I do like their barbecue sauce. Yeah. It is basically just a vessel to shove that in their mouth.
Yeah. I agree. I remember when the McRib first came out, it was like the hot thing, and I did it, and I liked it a lot at first, but then it's like, I think it came out the year after, 2 years later, something like that, and I was like, I'm done with it. It just, I just didn't find the fascination anymore. So I don't know if it was the hype or if I was just convincing myself, or again, the barbecue sauce, but
I mean, it has a cult following though.
Yes.
It's only released nationally like a handful of times throughout history, but there'd be like regional sightings of it, basically, in certain areas. And there'd be like websites dedicated to where's the McRib.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like when it was released everywhere.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
Right now, it's released everywhere.
So, like, interesting time with COVID going on, releasing it, and people coming in from outside the area to get the McRib.
Well, no, right now it's not. Right now it's national.
Oh.
Yeah, so everybody can get it. We can all share.
Okay.
Right. There's only been a few times it's actually been national, and this is one of the times. And I feel like,
well, 2020, you know.
Yeah, 2020, 2020, everything.
Almost 2021. We're almost there in the home stretch.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll make a big difference though. But
Hey, you don't score until you score.
Really?
American Pie. That's what that's from.
I wasn't going to break that silence, so I'm glad you did.
I was like, I knew it was probably from some, but I'm just like, really?
When the McRib first came out or whatever, I remember getting it, and then I would get it every year, and then at some point I stopped getting it, and then I don't.
There was a point.
I think it's kind of like Chuck said, where it kind of wore off. I haven't. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a McRib.
Well, I mean, they haven't had it since like early 2000s.
Has it really been that long?
Again, that's sometimes it's regionally in places. Mm-hmm. But the last time it was national, I don't think we've had it here since then.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, I would say, I don't know.
It's been a long.
But when I went to McDonald's last week because my daughter wanted a Happy Meal, and I saw the sign, the McRib's back, and I was tempted, but I didn't order one. I
get random.
I don't remember what happened. I just saw it, and it's like I get that little bit of excitement, like it's like ooh, and it's like no.
Yeah,
no.
I knew I was going to regret it afterwards.
Don't you regret anything afterwards from
Pretty
McDonald's?
much with McDonald's, yeah, almost
kind of regretting it.
Almost
after
always, except for the flurries.
I was going to say milkshake, but yeah, okay.
Milkshake, either
flurry.
one. Yeah,
but the food, it seems like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know. There's days I look at it, I'm like, yeah, but thinking about that, like limited time food, is there now? See, and it's funny. I did want to say I'm surprised you had it. I figured, you know what, you haven't even had a Crunch Wrap from Taco Bell. That I was like, you know what, he probably hasn't even had a McRib. That was like in my mind, back in my mind when we were going to talk about this. I'm like, I bet you Chris didn't even have one. So you did have one at least though. So
I've had a bunch of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a bunch of them.
I used to binge on them when they would come out. I'd go like 3 times a week or something. I loved it.
Yeah,
They have onions on it though, right? I used to pick the onions off.
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
probably could ask for no onions too.
Yeah, well, I don't like to be that guy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but at the same time though, my cousin taught me that trick. If you actually ask them to take it off because they already have it sometimes pre-made, ready to go with that, one or two things will happen. They'll either just reopen the sandwich, take off the onions, and then give it back to you cold, or you can get a fresh sandwich 9 times out of 10. And it's actually worked quite a bit. Where if you just change one thing.
Them? Or you just get one?
No. You just ask for.
You order one.
You ask for something that's not normally on the thing. This way, you usually get it fresh.
Oh,
yeah. So that way, it's like warm and it's not been like sitting there waiting for you to show up and get it. So, he kind of taught. And I would say most times
you order fresh at McDonald's, don't they?
No, I think that's Wendy's is fresh.
That's joking.
McDonald's doesn't promise that.
That's joking. And why do you? Here's I don't want to go on too much of a tangent here, but
let's go.
This is gonna be a long
McDonald's,
one,
like you bring up an interesting point there because McDonald's literally redesigned their buildings to make a second drive-through window because their service is so slow that they always have to pull up. And
We've been talking about this on the side. Yep,
go
ahead, yeah. And it drives me nuts. When you go there, I don't know what it is. It's like when you go to the first window, it's like, okay, pay here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then go to the next window to get your food, correct?
Yeah.
No, you just get that should technically now be called the soda or beverage window because that's all you get from that window.
Right.
And then you're sent to the third window, and then you got to wait, or you're sent to like parking 3 or parking 2, whatever their little number things are, because no one orders online and waits over there.
And they try to like push the app on you, but this goes back to like what we were talking about a little bit earlier was it's never a good decision to go there. So like when I'm going there, I'm not going to think ahead and be like, let me order this on the app so I don't have to wait.
And then Donna saw that they have you can order it through what are those car services?
Yeah, they're on
which one is it? I
DoorDash.
not DoorDash, the other one. Grubhub. She saw the Grubhub and they'll bring it to you. And she goes, how much? She's like, how much lazier can you get to sit there and like order it and then have it brought to you? Just go get it.
Like if you're going to have food brought to you, at least have it brought from a legitimate restaurant.
Exactly.
That being said, we love DoorDash and Grubhub. If you ever want to reach out and sponsor us on the podcast, we would love it.
Oh yeah, we'd love you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, nothing against them.
Oh,
no, yeah, it's not them. It's the people that are,
and again, if you're a listener and you do this, you're still a great person. We don't dislike you or trying to knock you down at all.
Guess what?
I don't care.
So, anyways.
Anyway, let's go back. Let's bring it back.
So speaking
seasonal foods.
Yeah, like limited time food, things like that. Is there anything you guys ever have besides like the McRib? I know it sounds like none of us are really looking forward to it, but
I might have to get one now just because we've been talking about it so much.
We got to end the podcast early so Chris can make it before the 11 o'clock hour.
and I'll wait 10 minutes for my McRib.
But is there like a food that you guys like, whether it's holiday or it's a seasonal fast food like the McRib or something like that? Is there one that you're just like, you can't wait to come out? And when you hear it, you're like, okay, I'm going.
I don't know that there's too many things that have that like rotate. Besides Shamrock Shakes, like I can't really think of too much else that has like a rotating. This is coming out.
I was gonna go with
again. Usually there's a few like limited time foods that I've had that I'm like I missed that I want that back.
Yeah,
right. Like they don't sell them. They just do it like a limited run. It doesn't come back.
Right, or it does come back, but only comes back once. So we don't know.
Taco Bell's notorious for that, aren't they? Like with certain like crunches, like they have like the Dorito. Everybody seems to get excited about that, right? Like there's that Dorito shell, or
I mean they have that all the time. But
I'm not into that. That's why I just see the commercial. I was like, oh, okay.
They always have limited run foods though. There's always like a special or something, like some sort of sauce on volcano, whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite things was from there. It was they would have like a taco shell that was made out of chicken.
Oh yeah. I remember the naked chicken. That's right.
Naked chicken chalupa.
Yep.
That actually came back a second time. It was pretty good. Nice. I guess that's my answer.
So, I mean, I would have to say limited time if it is. And again, it is more seasonal. It's when eggnog comes out from Burned Dairy.
Yeah,
I always look forward to. That's like one of my go-tos, especially during the holiday season. I didn't know it was out during Thanksgiving time, though. I didn't know it came out that soon.
Everything came out early this year.
So I appreciated it very much, Burned Dairy. Thank you. You want to sponsor us? But yeah, no, that every year. And you can get a wrong one because they have two versions from Burned Dairy. Again, if you're not local, this is a more central New York. I don't know how far Burned Dairy. Actually, it goes south too. It goes into Pennsylvania. I found out
it's regional.
Yeah, it's more northeast. We'll go northeast, I guess. I'm not 100% sure where their reach is, but we'll go at least northeast. But they have one that is like if you get it with the carton and not like a plastic milk jug type kind. The designs on it. There's one with a picture of Santa Claus, and there's one just a picture of a bowl of eggnog. You got to get the one with the picture of the bowl of eggnog because the Santa Claus one I do not like. I don't know what they change on it, what makes it taste different. Don't enjoy that at all.
That's to poison Santa Claus with. That's what that label's on there for.
You don't like that one either, huh?
No.
There's someone out there who's like, that's my favorite. What are they talking about?
I know they're out there.
And
I
to
know
that person,
because they wouldn't keep making it.
You're still a good person.
We still like
listen.
you. There's no reason we don't. Just that's our personal opinion. So
we
love you all.
I used to look forward to the Shamrock Shake also.
Yes.
And then like the McRib, it turned into I don't really get it anymore. But I think that was more of someone posted like what's in it like a couple years back.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I can.
I think that's all McDonald's shakes.
Well,
too,
sure.
But
is that pink sludge again? They just make it into a shake now instead of the chicken McNugget?
I don't even remember what it was, but I remember reading it at the time, and I was just like, I probably shouldn't.
See, that was Donna's one thing. That's like the one thing. Even though she doesn't want it, if I'm out and I know it's out, then I'll just like grab it for her as a surprise because she always looks forward to it.
You know what I wish? Just one. You know what I wish they would bring back, and I think they stopped selling it because I think it was actually really bad for you, like causing bodily harm. Was their orange soda there that
really
they used to sell back when I was a kid? I don't know.
Eric, I don't like orange soda.
Young. You might be too young for it.
I didn't like orange soda, so I would never have it.
Was it actually soda? They always
no, it was more like
they always had orange high C back in the day.
I don't remember what it was, but it was like some orange drinks exclusive to McDonald's. Like you couldn't get it anywhere else.
Okay.
And I used to get it literally every time I went to McDonald's. And they don't sell it anymore.
Look at Chris now.
Look at me now.
There he is.
That's why I'm 6'5" and
a mutant.
Mutant.
Okay.
Chris, I still love you. You're a great guy. Don't take offense.
I don't take offense.
There you go. Okay. So we'll move on from here. I think that's anybody else have anything on their favorite food that's it can be seasonal, like I said, holiday or anything like that. But
yeah, I don't get into any of the Easter candy or anything like
there's no Pez or no, not Pez. I'm sorry. What's
Peeps.
the Peeps? Thank you.
Or Cadbury eggs.
We love them.
I've never
Cadbury.
liked.
Oh, I love those.
Ugh.
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 You hate
Chuck,
me now?
you're still a good person.
Oh, thank you.
I like you.
Shut up.
There's just too much. I feel like the Cadbury egg is too much.
Really? Too much sugar?
Too much everything.
Eric's just shaking his head at us.
Did you know a couple of years ago they reduced the size of the Cadbury egg, and everyone had like outrage, and they returned back to normal size the next season?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
But then they did reduce it. They have like little miniature ones in a carton. You get like 12 mini ones or something now, or something like that. And so it's just like almost like as big as Reese's peanut butter cup mini or whatever that is. You know how they have the mini versions? It's about as big as that. They're fun, but you still want the real deal.
Yeah.
Because I would have been outraged too. That would have been me. I like Cadbury. That was always one of my favorite like Easter ones. But okay, let's get on because we got a lot to talk about. So Christmas plans. Everybody good? I know, right? What a transition. What a segue.
Cadbury
back
eggs.
to Christmas.
Yeah, Cadbury eggs to Christmas plan.
Everybody got their Christmas plans together.
I'm good.
You are? Now, you're like good?
Yeah, I don't really know what you mean by am I good, but I'm good.
Okay, plans like, did you get all your shopping done? Are you getting
I never planned that, so I'm good.
You're not planning shopping? How do you not plan your shopping?
I don't plan it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Like I open up Amazon. I'm like, oh, so-and-so will like this. I'll buy them that.
I just got mine done. I had to figure out Donna. I didn't know what to get her. I kind of copped out. I'm not happy with what I got her, but.
So you had it planned out, though, to get her something?
I have plenty of ideas, but I don't have the money right now. There were plenty of ideas. But, yeah, so I just got her a gift card to some place, and I'll leave it at that. She'll figure it out. But, yeah, that's...
She's an avid listener, Chuck. I don't know if you should have said that.
I'm still waiting to see which one she'll listen to. But that's okay. She hears me all the time. Trust me, she doesn't want to listen to me more. So I mean, other than that, yeah, it's just, 'tis the season. So I don't know if everybody's going out. I know there's like all different restrictions and rules all over the place. So we're just sitting home and being quiet, I guess, this year. So
that's what we're doing.
Same.
Best thing to do. So, okay. Well, let's move on because we've got the big news came out earlier this week. Disney Plus had their investors meeting.
Disney, yep.
And now, Eric, you listened to some. How long was the whole entire meeting? You said it was like, what, 4 hours?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of intermissions and stuff in there. But it ran from 4 p.m. Eastern to had to be close to past 7.
Wow. But they came out with a boatload of different things happening for all different parts of Disney Plus and other, they have like also ESPN going on. They have National Geographic. They have, I guess Hulu was a part of it too. I didn't know that. They were mentioning with Hulu. Yeah. So they had a lot of different things that they were mentioning that are going to be happening.
That's why
you can get the bundle.
The bundle that has Hulu and ESPN Plus and Disney.
I'd only want it for Hulu. I don't want ESPN Plus. That's just, I don't know. I don't watch enough sports to justify that one.
Agreed.
So
it is a pretty good deal though if you get all 3, I think.
Yeah.
They
are up in the price a little bit. It's $7.99 now, I believe. So that is one thing that's going to be happening here in a little bit if it hasn't happened already.
For what, Disney Plus?
Yeah.
How dare they?
So Disney Plus is moving up to $7.99 if you just get that. I locked in for 3 years.
Freaking release these shows. Yeah, I think I did too.
I did. He convinced me too.
The D23 Expo had a special deal.
Yep. Yeah, when it first came out, and Eric's like, "This is again." I was like, "Okay, that's a good deal." Once I saw the titles that were coming out, I was like, "Okay, take my money. I'm good for 3 years."
And now it's been a year, and we're gonna start getting those titles soon.
I know.
Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. We don't know. So what we did is we each kind of took a section, especially ones that we kind of are more interested in. So Chris, you took, obviously, in case you couldn't guess.
I don't know if I took it so much.
He found out about 5 hours ago. Maybe not even that. 2 hours ago. What he's doing.
It was just forced upon him.
I mean,
we just assumed you paid attention to that part. Honestly, it was more assumption on our part.
I mean, I didn't watch the presentation or anything.
No, I didn't.
Was it? Could anyone watch it, or did you have to be an investor?
Anyone could watch it.
Okay, I don't know if
I only got the alert because I happen to own stock in it, but it was open to anyone.
But I mean, Kathleen Kennedy did the presentation for the Lucasfilm part, and I'm not big on her, so I couldn't have watched it.
I don't even know who that is. So
she's the president of Lucasfilm.
I only listen to her.
So I don't even really know where to start because
Chris is going to take the Star Wars part in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah, Star Wars. Did we not say that?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I thought
just in case. I'm just clarifying.
Okay.
Here we go.
They basically threw up Star Wars. Where almost every show, most of these shows have been at least rumored. But they not obviously confirm most of them. The only one they didn't was Boba Fett. But that transitions into the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which is supposed to start filming next month, January.
Okay.
In England, Boston, England.
Boston, England.
Yeah.
I don't know what accent that was, but
I don't know what's they speak.
They speak all different things there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of hit something.
But so now the rumor is that he's going to play a part in that series, which I think actually makes sense because as we all know from The Mandalorian and Return of the Jedi, he was on Tatooine where Obi-Wan Kenobi would be. So it would kind of make sense for him to show up in the series.
Yeah.
Maybe it would fill in some of his
between.
Yeah. So there's that one. Excited about that one. That one's been talked about for a while. Originally it was going to be a movie, and then they transitioned it to a show after Solo kind of tanked.
Yeah.
So then, just in no particular order, they announced the Ahsoka series,
which you kind of already talked about earlier.
Yeah, because it was rumored, and then when you cast somebody with as big a name as Rosario Dawson, she's not just going to be in one episode.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the one I would say, just on paper, I'm the most excited about.
Okay.
I liked her character in Mandalorian so far.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I said, I didn't watch Clone Wars or any of that.
I watched, I was looking at some of the comments about this official Star Wars channel would put the logo of the show out for a social media post, and then people would say something like, "Great, the person who was in one episode gets their own show," or something like that. And it's just dude,
they have
what
no
do you
idea.
think?
have no idea the backstory of this character. But anyway,
or that there was plans for this way before that one show,
right?
That one episode,
right? So then we got a trailer for The Bad Batch, which is I guess a spin-off of the Clone Wars,
right?
Okay,
you would call it.
And that's animated.
It's done in the very, very high quality animation. The last season of the Clone Wars was a step up from the previous ones. And it looks the same. It looked amazing. Honestly, when they announced this show, they had announced or rumored, I don't know, I guess it wasn't.
They announced it. It was on Star Wars' Instagram a while ago.
A while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had announced this previously, and honestly, I was not too excited about it, but when I saw the trailer, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm on board now. Yeah.
I'm sold.
So that one was interesting. That one's going to tie in, I guess that was a lot of questions when they showed this season, the final season of the Clone Wars. Everyone was kind of like, well, what happened to the Bad Batch after the Clone Wars? And from the trailer, it looks like we're going to get answers to those questions. So that's kind of cool, I think. The Cassian Andor series, which they did a featurette. It wasn't a full trailer, but they showed some behind the scenes shooting of it and stuff. I'm still on the fence on that one. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll watch it, but we know you're gonna watch every single one of it. I'm gonna watch every single one of them. That one I'm a little hesitant on.
Yeah.
There's a Lando series.
Yeah.
But they basically they had rumored that after The Rise of Skywalker came out that Billy D. Williams was going to get a Disney Plus show.
Yep.
And not the Donald Glover, the younger version. So and they haven't announced, I don't think officially where this takes place, if it's the old Lando or the young Lando. So some people think it's going to be Solo 2, where they're going to deal with some of the stuff they brought up in Solo and then bring it to the Disney Plus thing. Or there was like when Rise of Skywalker came out, there was a rumor that Billy D. Williams was going to get a series with Janna from that movie, one of the other characters. She was going to turn out to be his daughter or something. That was like the rumor. So I don't know. We'll have to see where they go with that, I guess.
So I started the Solo movie, but I didn't really finish it. I don't even know if I got to the part where Lando comes on, but I love Donald Glover as an actor.
Yeah. I thought he was good in that movie. I mean,
So
you didn't get to it.
I
But.
did. I kind of want to now. Honestly, I don't even think I realized he was in it. So
Yeah. I mean, he played Lando. I thought he did a good job. Everyone was like, well, he was just doing an impersonation of Billy D. Williams' character. I'm like,
that's what he's supposed to
yeah,
do.
you
He's playing that
you
character.
kind of have to, right?
That's the same character.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's how you would approach that role. It's not like you're going to, like, do something, like, totally out of the left field or something, you know? Like, I don't know.
It's supposed to be that character.
Yeah. Like, you would go and research Billy D. Williams and how he played that character and maybe even, like, some of his other roles, like, to get his cadence down and that kind of thing.
I mean, I'm looking at just a screenshot and it screams Lando from
Right. I thought he did a good job. Anyway, so I kind of want him to go the Donald Glover route, but like I'd probably be happy if they went the other way too. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not super excited about that one either. You know, it's like, don't get me wrong, I will watch it, and I reserve the right to be wrong on anything I say here. Where if I don't think something's going to be good,
I'll be calling that a lot on my list.
But so speaking of that, the Droids story, I think it's called, or something like that.
a droid story.
A droid story. That one I'm kind of like, that one's animation, I think, right?
What's that going to be like? Do you know?
I think it's going to be C-3PO and R2-D2 doing something.
Yeah, and then there's supposed to be like a third droid that's kind of like
Right.
trying to remember. Again,
BB-8?
I was only listening. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I honestly haven't even really looked into that one at all because I'm not into it. Rangers of the New.
I'm sorry. So it features a new character that is guided by R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Okay.
So like he's I'm guessing mentored or something by those two.
Yeah. Honestly, there was like some episodes of like Rebels and I think the Clone Wars where they went into C-3PO and R2-D2, and those were like my lesser favorites. You know, I don't want to say least, but
lower. Okay.
Lower.
Yeah.
I almost feel like that also might be something where the droid's going to be this really cute looking thing like BB-8 was, so they can just sell some more merch too.
Or like Dio from Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, gotta get that merch out.
You gotta sell the merch.
Yeah.
Bacon on the rocks.
Shop.
What is it?
Bacon on the rocks.
Yeah.
Bacon on the dot rocks.
There you go.
We got droids there too.
Wait, one more time. Shop bacon on the dot rocks.
Dot.
Shameless plug. Ka-ching. Okay. So the Rangers of the New Republic is supposed to be like a spinoff of The Mandalorian. It's supposed to take place in the same time period. Same thing with the Ahsoka series, I guess. Yeah. So these are what they're calling like the Filoni-verse. Dave Filoni is like the guy who created Ahsoka's character, and he was heavy into the Clone Wars, and he's on the he and Jon Favreau are basically the guys behind The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So they've kind of dubbed it the Filoni-verse, like these shows that tie into like this time period of slightly after the fall of the Empire, you know. So that's when these are supposed to take place. Rangers of the New Republic is supposed to be fairly self-explanatory, I think, from the title. Honestly, the way they've depicted the New Republic pilots in the Mandalorian series, I'm not super excited about this one either, but we'll see. I reserve the right to be wrong again, and I probably will be.
I'm sure the Rangers are probably better than the normal pilots.
Probably, you know. I mean, it's going to be an interesting concept, you know, and I think like the idea is to tie them all together in the end. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like Disney's big move with both Star Wars and Marvel right now is just making this whole connected universe.
Right.
So you have to go watch that other thing, or can't wait for that next series to come out.
Yeah.
And keep your subscription to Disney Plus.
They learned from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People got so into that now I think they're trying to do the same thing with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then there's Visions, which is apparently an anime style show.
Oh, really?
From people from like Japan,
Yeah.
Actually, so
I like how we both said, "Oh, really?" His was like, "Oh, really?" And mine was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, really?"
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of anime, but
I
like some.
I
haven't found one yet.
I don't really watch anime, but I think it's interesting.
Sorry, she's talking again. Alexa, stop.
How do we do that? We didn't even.
I don't know. I just added something though.
We added anime. You're gonna get some anime in the mail.
You need some. You need to
well, now Amazon thinks I like anime. I can't wait to see what my feed's gonna look like tomorrow.
Yeah. So that one, I know nothing about it, and I wouldn't say I'm overly excited about it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then the Acolyte is supposed to be the first. Star Wars announced like this new initiative where the High Republic era, where it's supposed to take place, I think 200 years before the events of the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So before the Skywalker saga, and this show I guess is supposed to take place at the tail end of that, where there might be like a rising Sith threat or something like that. It sounds interesting from the concept, and we'll see where it goes. And then the only other thing would be the Rogue Squadron movie.
That's the only one out of everything. I was like waiting for you to say that one. That's the one that just reading everything. I was like, I'm leaning towards that the most, I guess. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why.
It's going to be like a one-off movie.
That's okay.
Initially, anyway.
I'll take that.
If it's successful, they'll probably make a trilogy.
I'll make it successful. You want to watch it? Watch it. There, I'm helping.
And they may briefly mention the Taika Waititi movie that's in development.
Okay.
But they didn't really say much about it. I mean, surprisingly enough, I would say, not that I'm not excited for the Rogue Squadron thing, but I think like the TV shows are the more exciting part for me, especially the Ahsoka series, because she's probably my favorite character in Star Wars.
I like Eric said, I liked her in The Mandalorian. I will be checking that one out for sure too. But that Rogue, the Squadron, that definitely piqued my interest the most.
Would they say 2023 that comes out or something like that? I think.
I'll still have it at
something
that time.
like that.
That's okay. Now let me ask you, like, as a fan of Star Wars, do you feel they're just throwing way too much out there too fast? Even though I know it's like, okay,
I think that's what
until 2023. I know they're spacing it. Even there's a lot that was mentioned, but it is coming out in not all like in the next year or anything like that. So,
well, interestingly enough, the president of Disney, Bob Iger, former, I guess he's not anymore, right?
I thought he was.
I thought he stepped down and then he came back as some sort of advisory role. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. He claimed like when Solo failed that it was Star Wars fatigue. People, there's too much Star Wars too soon.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it was. I think it was kind of like what you were just saying, where they tried to put too much out too soon. And I think, and I hope that they learned their lesson from that, and now they've taken the time to really develop concepts that fans will find interesting and add to the lore and add to the universe, because that's really what Star Wars fans like, I think.
And if they can take the example, like you were both saying with Marvel, like the way they kind of developed it was a good pace where you kind of got an idea of what was coming next. It was just enough of a tease that you're ready, where you had enough of a break, but then it's like, okay, I'm ready for another one though at the same time.
Yeah. Right.
So I think they're learning from that, and so hopefully it won't be like that before, and it will be spaced out. And that's what I'm saying. It's like it's spaced out further than it sounds like a lot, but
it does. Yeah, but it's not all coming out at once. Yeah,
exactly.
Just
so
I don't think any of it really has a release date yet. Does it? As far as I know, maybe the Bad Batch I think is going to be coming out sooner than anything else.
What's the one you're looking for?
So that was the only thing that had like a real trailer. Did anything have any type of?
The only other thing I saw was the Cassian Andor had like they were filming stuff, but I don't think we saw any actual footage from the show.
Okay.
And to answer your question, I would say the Ahsoka series.
Yeah. Do you have one, Eric? Were you leaning towards one at all?
I mean, I'm still consider myself new to the whole Star Wars universe thing, so I don't, beyond the movies, I know nothing else.
Yeah. I'm there with you.
If anything, it's kind of making me want to go back and watch the Clone Wars. And
highly recommend it. If you're gonna watch it, you got to start off with the movie. There's like a movie, which is basically just like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes.
Is that what Jar Jar? Oh, wait.
No, well,
there's the Clone Wars movie, right? Or no? Is that?
Yeah, he's. I don't think Jar Jar.
You're thinking of Attack of the Clone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
I mean, Jar Jar is in the Clone Wars series in a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the Clone Wars movie. It's been a while since I've seen the actual movie.
His species, like they're in it, but I don't think him specifically, right?
I don't think so.
No? Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm just talking, so I'll just stop.
But watch the movie. I mean, the animation's not great by today's standards, but for 2008, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Right.
And I mean, the story's really good. And the animation gets better every season, and the story, I think, gets better.
I wonder if we're at a point where we can look back at an animation 10 years down the road and it'll be like, oh, that still resonates well today. Like,
yeah,
like you're saying, like you can tell it's a little archaic. I wonder if we're almost to a point where it's like you won't be able to tell that necessarily this was made 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to, I'm
sure back then we said that too.
Yeah. But it's weird to like watching it now. Cause I remember watching it when it came out and I was like, this is awesome. You know, it was kind of like, I'm trying to think of what, like 2008 it came out, and I don't remember like what was like the big animation, like, you know, Toy Story and stuff like that. Yeah. And it wasn't quite as good as Toy Story, but it was good. It was like slightly less. And then like now when you look at it and you look at like what they did with the final season of the Clone Wars, it was just like, it doesn't even look like the same show. You know?
Right.
It's, so yeah, I'm excited about it.
Cool.
The Bad Batch should be good.
Okay. Eric? So you've got the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe situation going on over there.
Yep, I got.
Oh, look what he brought, Chris.
He's got the black.
He's got the black book, folks. It's back again.
Nothing about you guys this time.
Nice.
Thank God.
Actually, this may be a completely different little black book. I don't know if
we got to review.
You guys.
Yeah, let us review it. Hold on here.
All right.
Okay.
So there's a lot to go over here.
Every subject we took has a lot.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and go in the same order that they did. First off, WandaVision. They showed a more fleshed out trailer for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm still just as excited to see it as I was before. Like, I'm just, obviously, I'm just hungering for anything.
More so. I would say I'm more excited after the second trailer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, I'm just at a point too where you were saying where you're not necessarily excited for something that the Star Wars one. I don't know if there's something on this list where I'm like, no, I don't even care about that. Like right now, I want to see all of this. So I can't even like pick a favorite when it comes to most of the stuff. No, it looks good. The one thing that Kevin Feige pointed out at the end of that was that it was going to tie in directly to Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And the Spider-Man movie. So this is definitely opening up. The Doctor Strange movie is called The Multiverse of Madness. So it's definitely going to open up this whole multiverse thing that's going to pull in a bunch of other stuff. And that basically confirms a lot of the Spider-Man rumors about
Tobey Maguire.
And all this other stuff being potential and coming open. Yeah.
Doctor Strange causing no problems. Jeez.
No, Scarlet Witch is causing the problems.
Of course she is.
Doctor Strange is going to try and solve the problem.
Oh, okay. He's a good guy.
What a guy.
I love when you butt in with like a comment and it's completely the opposite of like what's actually going on in the thing. That's usually, I feel like, what your comments are.
That's Chuck.
So then a trailer for Falcon and the Winter. Oh, which by the way, so that's coming out. WandaVision's coming out in January.
That'll be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Right? 15th, I think, or something. I said.
15th. Yeah, middle of January. 15th sounds about right.
It looks. I mean, from a production standpoint, they're doing some interesting things with the WandaVision thing too. I
mean, she has the ability to control reality. Like they can do a lot of stuff. Like, yeah. It actually shows a character. That we saw back in Captain Marvel. So I can't remember the mother's name.
It was the daughter, right?
So it's the daughter of Rambeau, the friend of
They went to her house. They went to her house in
Chuck's trying to remember this movie right
1996 or whatever it was.
So Captain Marvel goes back and finds her friend from back when she was
her not co-pilot, but pilot friend.
Yeah.
She goes back in time?
No, back. Who said in time?
I don't know.
Well, the movie takes place in the. Does it say what?
She goes back to the future.
Cool.
And
she goes back to to find her co-pilot friend with the daughter.
So that movie takes place in the 90s.
Well, she's from the past, right? Like she's from pre-90s.
It's not distant past.
No, it's like the 90s.
She knew the daughter. It's only been a couple years.
Right. I'm saying
she just doesn't have the memory of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying the movie takes place.
It takes place in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the thing too. So it was this little girl, and that now, 30 years later, she's going to be of superhero age. Let's put it that way. There might be leading to something there.
Okay.
So that was pretty much WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, release date in March. So they're rolling these things out. There's a lot just in 2021.
2020.
My only real notes on that one is there was a lot of action and it looks pretty dope.
It does. It looks good.
Yeah. I really don't have anything else to add to that unless you guys have any comments on it.
No.
Yeah. So
there's some interesting stuff. I've watched a couple breakdowns of the trailer.
Yep.
And like obviously I'm not as knowledgeable on the Marvel stuff as like you or a lot of other people are. And they brought up some good points about what I'm trying to think of when Captain America like hung up the shield in the comics. Mm-hmm. Then they had like another guy that went by what's his name? I can't think of his name. Like there was going to be a black Captain
U.S. Patriot or something like
that.
Yeah. And again, I am still not completely versed in Marvel history. I just know I've gotten into it in the past couple of years and learned a lot since then.
Yeah, but they would do like this guy was doing like screen grabs and he was breaking it down and be like, I think this is this guy, and like, oh, my,
that's
cool.
The interesting thing between this and what you were going over. Star Wars is basically all new stuff. They might be pulling some stuff from like their expanded universe comics and stuff like that, but it's all new stories. Almost everything here has some sort of comic background,
right?
Where it's a story being told again, retold in a slightly different way to make it a fresh story. And obviously, most people haven't read the comic, so it's all new to them,
right?
But yeah, there's exactly what you were saying. Like, there's another Captain America essentially with different shield, and I really don't know too much about the whole backstory of the comic book precedent for this, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Next, we got Black Widow. It's coming out in May. That's basically what they said. Finally.
Yeah.
Now
you're saying...
Did they say where?
In theaters. They said on the big screen.
Okay.
They said on the big screen.
They're not going to do the HBO Max.
It was almost like they were so quick on talking about it that it's like, and
Black Widow.
Black Widow's coming to theaters. Next. They immediately went into Loki, which is also coming out that same month.
In May?
In May.
Oh, wow. I thought they would have come out sooner. It looked like they were like far along in the production process. Like it was a fully developed trailer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically done, but I mean, you have something in January, something in February.
Right. What's in February?
Oh, March, I meant to say.
Valentine's
something
Day.
in January, something in March. It's like every couple months there's...
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Is that the Disney Plus? Like, I mean, obviously it's Marvel, and they have Star Wars, and they have like other original Disney shows. Are they trying to like have like one big show a month, or is it? Are they gonna like just release like say like a Star Wars show and a Marvel show?
I want to say a lot of it's gonna based on how much Marvel stuff there is here. I mean, I guess I don't know the release dates of the Star Wars stuff. I didn't pay
I don't think they
close attention to
announced any of them really.
I mean, as far as this is concerned, we have a show coming out in January. It'll probably be about 6 episodes long by the time that's done. We got a show coming out in March. By the time that's done, we got a movie in May, another show in May.
Yeah.
it just almost feels like nonstop.
Yeah.
Which I think is what at least the Marvel needs right now.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I think most people
a year and a half off.
Yeah.
I don't get saved. I just watched Iron Man 2 again today.
The Loki trailer I thought was dope.
Feige mentioned that it was going to be a crime thriller.
Yeah.
Which is very intriguing. I think that's another thing that they're doing with the Marvel movies and series that's really cool is they're trying like almost new genres within the superhero genre that they have going.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for the most part, a lot of it has been it's an action movie with some comedy and this and now it's like I said, crime thriller for Loki. Falcon the Winter Soldier looks like obviously your action. But then WandaVision was more of the sitcom style thing, but then like this aside of like this alternate reality.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it all looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking for definitely Marvel. Go. You continue. Don't let me. There's a lot. I'm like, don't let me interrupt.
And then summer of 2021, they have their What If series coming out, which is their only and first animated series they have announced for the MCU. Which I think is a neat concept because it's something completely different. Like all of this other stuff is tying together, like going somewhere and leading to a final. This is going back and looking at what's already happened and just saying, what if the story was a little bit different?
Yeah.
What if this happened? What if that happened? Like, what if Peggy Carter was given the super soldier serum? That was one of the stories.
I was going to say, is that an actual story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is, what if T'Challa was picked up as that little kid and was brought aboard Yondu's fleet and became Star-Lord? And it actually is Chadwick Boseman, so it'll be our last portrayal of Chadwick Boseman in the T'Challa.
Oh, wow. Did he do the voice?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
There was a couple other things. They had a pretty good trailer for that, so I guess you haven't seen that, check that out.
I haven't seen it.
There's like a zombie Captain America in there. There was Doctor Strange fighting Doctor Strange. I think there was a lot of like other character stuff with that. I feel like they didn't show too much else other than those stories I've already talked about.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going across the whole gamut. Like you saw Iron Man in one scene, you saw Captain America, or you saw Captain Marvel in one, and that's the really cool part is all of these people are being reprising their roles. Like the voice is going to be Robert Downey Jr. for Tony Stark.
Oh, nice.
It is going to be Samuel L. Jackson for Nick Fury.
It's gonna be good.
So that's summer of 2021. Then Shang-Chi.
But God bless you.
Or Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. I don't know. Feige was saying it different than I've said it. I don't know. I'm assuming he's right, but I've also heard some people saying that he was saying it a little weird too. So I'm not 100% sure of that pronunciation.
I'll go with you right. That's cool.
That's another movie coming out in July.
Okay.
I'm assuming you haven't heard about this at all based on your reaction, because this has been obviously all of this has been previously announced. They're just getting more information.
That was supposed to come out this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was another one that was. Yeah. I'm actually not positive about that because I want to say it was supposed to be. It might have been early this coming year.
Okay.
I think they might have moved it up in
But
the
the whole
schedule.
Black
I think it was
Widow-
supposed to come out after Eternals and then
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
The Black Widow and everything being delayed is delayed.
Everything's been pushed back.
Yeah.
Darn you, 2020.
Then they went into a trailer for, I was surprised they actually even had footage for this already. Ms. Marvel, which is the first Muslim superhero. And honestly, I read the comic book origin story for this, and it's one of my favorite Marvel stories. I think it's very cool. It's like it's a very newer superhero. I think August of 2013 was her first introduction. So as far as most of these characters from our Marvel go back to like the 70s, 60s.
Yeah.
She's a newer character, and I don't know. It looks fun. The the girl that actually is going to be playing Ms. Marvel, they casted her over the internet. It's completely like unheard of girl. They have like footage of her reacting. They had like a Zoom call with her and like showed footage of her reacting to them breaking the news that she got the role.
Oh, wow.
And then they go right into footage of her actually like performing the role too. So like they have a couple things down.
That's cool. Wouldn't it be funny if she catfished him?
It was really like a 50-year-old guy, and he shows up. I'm here to be Ms. Marvel. I'm here to be Kamala Khan.
That's funny.
So the cool thing about that, though, is she's actually a fangirl of all these superheroes. That's what her story was in the comic book and what it's going to be in here. She's really just... obviously, she lives in the real world with these heroes, so she's not the comic book reader. She's just a super fan of all of these characters, and her biggest hero is Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Hence why she gets the name Ms. Marvel. In the comic books, that was Captain Marvel's old moniker back before she became Captain. So that leads right into the fact that she will be co-starring in Captain Marvel 2.
Nice.
So those are directly connected, as well as it was mentioned that Monica Rambeau, who we mentioned earlier, will also be in Captain Marvel 2. Just showing even more how connected all these things are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could not. Just like with Star Wars, I can't keep all this, like, just, it's all, like, one way or another connected. It's like, oh, well, we got to think about this because they said that. It's like...
Yeah.
That's got to be just insane when you're trying to write a new script for something. Whether, let's say it's Captain Marvel 3 or something. It's just like...
I think they do a pretty good job of making it so you can watch Infinity War, watch Endgame, and enjoy them without having had watched Guardians of the Galaxy. So you might be like, oh, who are these guys? This is literally what happened to me when I watched Infinity War. I'm like, who the heck are these guys? I'm like, I saw the trailers, but like... didn't know anything about them and instantly fell in love with them, and then went back and watched the other movies. So I think, I don't know, they do a great job. I agree.
But it just, when you want, you know, the super fan's going to be like calling you out on this stuff. And it's like, oh, well, that's not right because, you know, and it's like just to be able to try and keep all that aligned. It's got to be a heck of a job.
And that's really what Kevin Feige has been in charge of and been doing a great job at.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable because I could never do that. No way.
What did you say it was the one that's running the Star Wars? What was her name?
The president?
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, I think I remember reading something where she'd met directly with Kevin Feige, like going over like how he plans this stuff out. So hopefully that rubs off really well on her. So all that stuff.
Well, she's got like, now they've got like Dave Filoni kind of running stuff too. And he's like, kind of like you were saying with Ms. Marvel, he was the fanboy. He's the encyclopedia of. He used to go to. He used to like cosplay. He used to go to like all.
He knows more about it than Lucas does.
Right. Well, I mean, he sat with George Lucas and worked on the Clone Wars with him and had all these. He's like done all these interviews where he's had like conversations with George Lucas and stuff. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So moving on. Yeah, Ms. Marvel. Looking forward to that. The Eternals. That was another movie. November 21. All they really did was just reestablish that it's coming out in November. Mm-hmm. That was supposed to come out this past November. Didn't really talk much about that other than the fact of the cast, which Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Richard Madden. I can't even think of the rest of them, but it's pretty star-studded. Like it's going to be fun. And again, something I even know nothing about. Like I know nothing about any of these characters from comics. Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to just watch it. Maybe maybe do another Guardians of the Galaxy all over again and love these guys. And then they went into another series called Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. Which obviously follows Clint Barton, but is going to be him mentoring this girl named Kate Bishop, which is another storyline that I read. The whole the Matt Fraction comic book series of it. It's really cool because he teaches her, but she also keeps him in line a lot too because he's going all over the place. The one thing from the comic books I want to point out that they did mention too is that I don't know if they mentioned it during the investors meeting or if it was like mentioned after the fact, but a very prominent character in that story arc is the dog Lucky. Okay. And I'm excited that there will actually be that dog from that storyline in the series as well.
Oh, interesting.
Brings us to the last one I have to mention for that year. They didn't really talk about Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is also coming out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's a Sony property, so that it'll be more on them to announce all the details of. But they mentioned previously that it has that tie-in with WandaVision. So
yep.
Didn't they? Aren't there more Charlie Cox rumors now too? That's like an ongoing thing.
There's been Charlie Cox rumors.
Yeah.
Nothing's been said. There's been so many different rumors, whether it be him being Spider-Man's attorney just based on what happened at the end of the movie that Chuck hasn't seen that I asked him if he saw earlier.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it either.
Too.
I haven't seen it either.
Really?
Which one's that? Far From Home?
Far From
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'll have to have a
watch
party. I'll talk about that. Yeah. So that rounds out 2021.
But now they got the rights back for Daredevil though too, right? Don't they?
I still don't. I mean, I read every couple months that they got the rights back, so I don't know exactly where that stands. Yes, essentially, by the time they release something, they have the rights. My problem with that though is they already have so much coming out. I don't see where it fits in.
Right.
But I'm sure maybe they will.
Disney Plus.
That's actually another. No, but yeah, but I would love for Charlie Cox to reprise the role too, but does that gritty, violent, sometimes gory version of Daredevil fit into Disney Plus?
I was literally just gonna ask you that question.
All right. Well, I think me asking you the question kind of gives you my answer. Like,
they just had Boba Fett wrecking stormtroopers on. You didn't really see a lot of blood, though.
There wasn't any gore. Yeah,
but I mean, it was the most violent thing I think you've seen on, like, Star Wars and possibly ever.
Don't get me wrong. That Daredevil's probably my favorite Marvel character.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, especially Charlie Cox version of it. I would love to have him reprise that role.
Yeah, I don't think they could do it as dark as it was on Netflix.
I definitely don't think they can.
Yeah.
Remembering some of the stuff that happens in it, they definitely can't.
Yeah.
However, he is a lawyer, and there is another attorney character that's introduced to have her own series going into She-Hulk. Thanks for that segue.
I do that on purpose. We planned this out.
They announced She-Hulk, which is she's a lawyer. Also, but she's a
She-Hulk.
She is, I want to say, the cousin of Banner. And this series is supposed to be like comedic, I guess, because Feige said it was going to be very funny, very funny situations. So I want to say I got another character I don't know too much about. Want to say she has something happen where she has to get a blood transfusion from Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
And then therefore also becomes a 6'7" green lawyer.
Mm. Wouldn't you think that? I'd like to know the circumstances, I guess, of
why she needs a blood transfusion. I don't remember.
I mean, obviously a close genetic relative or something,
right.
But I don't know. Is it going to be Mark Ruffalo?
Yes. So that was another thing that was announced, that Mark Ruffalo will be in the series. Hulk will be reprising the role. I mean, it's not necessary that she gets a blood transfusion in this series. That's just what happened in the comic books.
Sure.
But it was also announced that Tim Roth, who played the Abomination in the first Hulk movie from the MCU, will be also reprising his role.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Which he did great in that. That's often considered one of the less well received. Granted, they're all great movies, so it's still a pretty good movie. One of the less well received MCU films, but he did great with that part. Then they mentioned Moon Knight, which you mentioned something you were excited about previously. They didn't really go into too much detail on that.
What's his name? Oscar Isaac, right?
Yeah.
He's going to play, why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Mark Spector.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't even remember Feige saying too much. I don't remember if he said that. So I don't know if that was officially confirmed.
There was a rumor though, right? Or something on the internet I remember reading about.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's been a lot of rumors on the internet that were confirmed throughout this whole thing too, though. So
Right.
It's very potential that it is, and we're just still holding off on that. Or if he said it, I don't remember. All I remember him saying was an Egyptian background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then they went and named some brand new stuff that hadn't been previously. All this stuff that I've pointed out so far or recapped has been stuff that's been previously announced.
Okay.
Which was still a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Then they announced some new stuff. Secret Invasion, which is a storyline that involves the Skrulls, which you'll remember from Captain Marvel.
Yep.
How they can shapeshift.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the comic books, they started shapeshifting into people on Earth every day and just sliding into reality, and stuff went awry. And that's another thing that you guys need to see a certain movie for, because I would tell you that it ties in directly to that last Spider-Man.
I think we're renting Spider-Man this weekend, Chris. Come on over.
Okay.
Some popcorn.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like that movie with Roddy Piper. What is it? They
Live?
Yeah. They put the special glasses on and you can see the...
Yeah, kind of. I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yes.
All right.
Excellent movie, by the way.
So that has Nick Fury and Talos from Captain Marvel in it.
Mm-hmm.
I could go into a little bit more, but I kind of don't want to spoil the ending of Spider-Man for you guys. So we'll
Spoiler alert.
Another one they announced was Ironheart, which is about a character named Riri Williams, who is I want to say, even newer than Ms. Marvel. She, I want to say her comic book storyline is she steals some Tony Stark tech and reverse engineers it, and then basically becomes another type of Iron Man type character. So that was announced, as well as Armor Wars, which I thought was very interesting that they went back to back with tech.
Yeah.
Tony Stark, Iron Man type of stuff. Which stars Rhodey, War Machine. Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle will be back for that. So that looks fun. I love Don Cheadle's character.
Yeah.
I feel like, and he's such a great actor, I feel like he was underused a lot in that. He had probably 25, 30 minutes of airtime throughout 6 movies he was in or something like that. So I'm excited to have an actual series with him.
Mm-hmm.
Then a very interesting one that came completely out of nowhere was a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special was announced.
Seems somewhat random.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Is there a comic backstory for this?
Not that I know of. There's merchandise for it, as I'm wearing a T-shirt that has...
if you can't tell...
I am Christmas Groot.
Yes, Eric has a very beautiful sweater. I wouldn't call this an ugly sweater, but a beautiful sweater with Baby Groot on it. And it says Christmas Groot. Is that what it says? And he has a star on top of his head, and he's in a pot with a bow.
It says...
with lights hanging down from him.
I'm Christmas Groot.
I'm Christmas Groot. So, for those of you that can't see. But, hey, check out our YouTube channel if you want to see it, because it is a pretty cool ugly sweater.
Groot.
And I don't have too many Funko Pops, but I do have the Christmas Groot Funko Pops, too. There's a couple of them.
Oh, do
you? Yeah. Sticking with Groot, they also announced an I Am Groot series.
How do you do that?
Well, it's based on Baby Groot.
Still, keep going.
And it's just a bunch of shorts, apparently. So it's I don't know if you guys saw that. They have like those Forky.
My kids love
explains
Forky.
whatever clips. It's probably something like that where it's like 6-7 minute long short, cute character animation things.
Okay, I can go along with that. That was gonna be a really boring movie. Quick.
They touched base on Thor: Love and Thunder and confirmed something that had been sort of rumored / announced previously is Christian Bale will be playing the antagonist in that film.
Okay, that's cool.
Gore the God Butcher, I want to say is his name. I only learned about this character recently. Apparently, his whole family was killed, and then he's like, "Well, there must be no gods if this could happen." And then he finds out that there are gods like Thor and all these other characters. It's like, if there are gods and they would let this happen, then they must be destroyed. And then that's what his background is.
And it's all about revenge.
Well, that's what everything's about, isn't it?
I know. Can't just let it be.
But yeah, Christian Bale I think that's pretty.
Yeah, that'll be
that's exciting right there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Another part of that storyline is Natalie Portman's character, which I'm blanking on right now. Well, Thor's previous love interest that's come back into the fold. Yeah, if you come up with it, let me know.
Are we trying to think of her name? Is that what we're doing?
The character's name.
I don't know.
Nope. Just keep talking. It'll come to me.
I've seen all those movies recently too.
Foster.
Jane Foster.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Jane.
Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome.
She actually is. There's a storyline premises that she becomes Thor. Basically, she wields the hammer, and that's what that's probably going to be too.
But here we go again. First, okay, Thor. Only one can pick up the hammer. Only one. It's all a joke. They're in Avengers. Nobody can pick it up. Then you finally get to where Captain America can pick it up. Now Jane's picking it up. I mean, come on. Everybody can pick up the hammer now.
If you're worthy.
No, this is... No.
I mean, that was a comic.
I mean, I don't care that she's doing
line,
it's just everybody's getting to pick up the hammer.
If you're worthy. And it turns out that
the
reason why she's able to pick it up is Thor becomes unworthy too. So
I don't have to see how it turns out. I'll have to see if it's acceptable.
It's another Taika Waititi
film, right? Another Taika Waititi, which just is exciting always to me too.
Yeah. Should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm looking forward to that one. Everybody's picking up the hammer.
They made
Chuck wants to pick up.
I want to pick up the hammer.
What's the hammer's name? Or something.
Ursula? No, that's my part. That's my Little Mermaid part. Leave that out
it's
until I get
like
there.
That though, right?
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Not even close. That was great.
I mean, Ursula works.
There's letters in it.
Yeah, there's letters.
Mjolnir. Just re-emphasize that Blade is in the works and coming out with Ali. What's his name? God, I can't think of his first name now. Anyway, great actor.
Good job.
They touched base on Black Panther 2.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the passing of Chadwick Boseman. They said they will not be recasting the role of T'Challa, but they will continue to explore the events and happenings of Wakanda, which is what we all figured was going to happen. He did such a great job with that.
Yeah.
It's hard to see anyone else in that role, at least in the MCU version of Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
But there, again, is more comic book precedent that it could become Shuri, or it could become M'Baku, or just another character from Wakanda. So
yeah.
So it makes sense. It's just, I don't know. It's sad.
Yeah.
And then, on a lighter note, Ant-Man and the Wasp got a title, the third Ant-Man movie, and it's Quantumania.
Oh, they're going in.
Yeah, which is hilarious, based on that line from, I believe, the second one. You guys just put quantum before anything? And they do.
They do.
And they did.
That's funny.
Those movies are surprisingly good to me, actually.
So fun. I mean,
see, I've only gotten through the first. I've only seen Ant-Man. I haven't gotten to the Wasp. I haven't gotten to that.
That's so good.
It's good.
Is it?
Probably better than the first, I would say.
Is it? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was very hesitant to even watch Ant-Man. I'm like, come on, Ant-Man?
I mean, honestly, a lot of the series where I'm just like, I don't know anything, or I don't care about Ant-Man, I don't care about talking raccoons. Like, those end up being a lot of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
And also, it helps that there's always good comic relief in those too.
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yes. Hilarious.
I mean, he married Phoebe, right?
Did he?
I think so.
From Friends?
In the show, he not.
Wait, what is
not
going?
In real life.
Oh,
I don't watch Friends.
Yeah, Mike was his name.
Okay. Anyway.
Moving on.
And
he was Phoebe's best boyfriend. Just saying.
One thing I'll touch on that is they recasted Cassie Lang, who is Ant-Man's daughter, which by Endgame was 5 years older than the last time.
Sure.
He saw so. That character that we saw in there is not the same actress that's going to be playing Cassie Lang in this new one.
Too bad. They should just de-age her like they do.
Come on, they age
Sam Jackson.
All of them.
Well,
they should have thought ahead and shot the scenes.
No, I think
5 years ago.
They should know these things.
Why don't they get in the time machine like they did in Endgame?
No,
right?
The actress would still be the right age. That they just ended up going with a different actress for some reason.
Oh, really? That's even weirder. Then.
Well, like I said, it was obviously a completely different actress than the original first two movies, but the older one that they had in Endgame.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I was thinking.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, they had a different one that played the older one.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I guess I didn't actually read the article. There was an article recently that she finally came out about it, and she was like,
she got Terrence Howard.
She found out, yeah. She found out that she would not be reprising the role on Thursday during this announcement.
Oh,
yeah.
She really got Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And in the comic books, Cassie Lang, daughter of Ant-Man, or the second Ant-Man, if you want to get real technical, grows up and becomes a superhero, just like she's emulating her father in those first couple of movies, and wants to become Ant-Man in the second movie. Okay, you got to watch it, or become his sidekick.
Yeah.
In the comic books, Cassie Lang becomes Stature, which is another character that can grow really big. So this other girl's not going to be a superhero, unfortunately.
It's too bad. Life's full of disappointments, though.
I think that's not it.
That is.
And then he ended it basically announcing that they're starting the writing for a Fantastic Four movie, and the director of that will be the same one that directed the John Watts, who did the Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
Haven't
had much luck with that franchise.
Not in Fox's hands.
No.
It's in Disney's now, though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Because
I saw the one Fox did for Fantastic Four, the newest. It's not even new, but
the one
newer
with
of all of them.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. And
Chris Evans was in the first one, right?
Chris Evans
yes,
was in the first. Jessica Alba and Chris
Yeah.
Evans were in the first one.
Yeah. And so was Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis, yeah.
But yeah, so I saw them and I was like, oh, let me see what it's like. And I was like, it was
yeah.
They're all kind of meh.
I mean, between the two, I like the first one with, Chiklis and all that. I like that first Fantastic Four compared to the other one.
Yeah. I watched those so long ago, I don't even remember them.
Yeah. Just because it was
the newest
Doom
one, I
each
didn't even
time,
get all the way through.
and like the character in Doom, I liked the first one much better. This whole story that it was some pulse out there, and instead they like transfer themselves to another planet. Did you not want me to ruin it?
No,
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert.
Chuck's already going into it. But the other one where they like just warp in essence to a whole nother planet or transfer themselves over there, and it's just I didn't like the way that was presented as the first movie. I call it the original Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I mean, I don't know where I was going with this.
I tend to agree, Chuck. I don't remember the first two. There was two.
Silver Surfer was not. I didn't enjoy Silver Surfer.
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And
That was the second one, right?
That was the second.
The second of the.
yeah. That's where I was going with this. That's the thing about Fantastic Four is they have some of the best villains.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is often considered the best villain in Marvel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't like how they presented him in the newest movie.
Okay.
No.
Personally.
Not at all.
I mean, they could have done a better job in the first movie too.
They could have shown more. Yeah. He wasn't.
I vaguely remember the Silver Surfer.
Like, it wasn't bad.
Like, for what you're saying, especially, he wasn't a super impressive villain.
For being for being arguably the best in Marvel's canon. Like,
yeah. Well, we're going to give it another shot.
And for him to be into an MCU situation where he could be built up and be more than just a Fantastic Four villain too. That's what's really cool. Same with Galactus. That's obviously a universal threat too. So might be much better than what he was in Rise of the Silver Surfer. But that's Marvel.
There you go. That's Marvel, everybody. So if you have any questions, shoot them to Eric. Obviously, anything with Star Wars, shoot it to Chris, and just don't talk to me. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, my list is just the random stuff that's kind of coming out. And so what I did is I broke mine into things I was looking forward to. I'll give it a shot, and I could care less about. Because there's a lot of different things. There's some, like, live series shows. They called it live action series shows. They have some movies coming out. So I kind of just mixed everything all together here of, again, what I was like most excited about in essence to least excited. So I'll start with the least excited so I can get to the good stuff at the end. So things that they're bringing back that I'm kind of not really feeling. Like the first one is going to be Beauty and the Beast. And that is going to be a spinoff more with Gaston and LeFou. They don't even have a final name for it yet. It's Beauty and the Beast something. So that's not even really what it is, but it's LeFou and Gaston and their adventures together pretty much. So
did you say this one was a series?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's going to be a series, this one. I don't think it's going to be a movie, but I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. All it said was Beauty and the Beast, and that's not even the name of it. They're like named to be released or working title is what a lot of these things said. So a lot of this can change. Next thing was it's going to be on National Geographic. It is a real Bug's Life, which is just going to be them doing a whole little documentary in essence on a real bug and its life. So following an ant.
I mean, it's kind of cool that they're spinning off the title.
If it's an ant, though, how do you follow one ant?
Is Dave Foley going to do the voice?
You put a tracker on it.
you get
Paul Rudd. You get Paul Rudd. You shrink him down.
Wait, what's the word now?
Quantum.
Just put a quantum tracker on him.
So
why was I drawing a blank on?
So yeah, I'm not feeling that really. I mean, again though, but sometimes I'm surprised by National Geographic. And
you ever watch Meerkat Manor?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
like twice.
Was that National Geographic?
Animal Planet. Guess what?
One of those. Yeah,
one of those things.
It could be good. I mean,
I'm not. I mean, and again, I'm going to take Chris's stance on this. I'm not. I mean, this is just from like title and brief descriptions. Not a lot of giving you information yet. This is why. So I could be totally wrong on some of these. So take it as a grain of salt.
That's a good point, though. Now that I have a 4K TV, I need to go through the National Geographic catalog on Disney Plus.
It is. It's good. Yeah. I mean, they do have some good stuff on there. I mean,
especially with stuff.
Now we're New Kids on the Block. What is going on here?
No, the right stuff. It's a National Geographic series on Disney Plus.
I thought you were going New Kids on the Block on me. I'm like, what is happening?
Highly recommend it.
Anyways, you okay, Eric?
It was just so perfect, and then it's confusing at the same time. I didn't know about it. He made such a great
the right stuff.
And then we had no idea how great it was.
So you have to check that out.
Excellent series.
Next thing I'm definitely not looking forward to is Sister Act. Sister Act 2. I love Sister Act itself.
It's going to be Whoopi again?
The original. I don't know if she's going to be. I saw she's helping to produce it.
Okay.
Yeah, Sister Act is coming back again for a third round, and I was not impressed
with it.
Wait, a
movie? Is it a movie or a show?
I believe it's a movie.
Okay.
Yep, movie.
How could Whoopi not be in it?
I don't know. Sister Mary Clarence, I'm not sure if she's going to be able to make it back in again. I mean, she may start, but I don't know if she's going to be throughout the whole thing. I did see stuff about her producing. That was mentioned in what I was reading about it.
Wait, when you said, were these in a particular order that you were naming these?
These are the ones I'm not looking forward to.
Least to greatest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, I mean, I love the original Sister Act. I will watch it a million times. Absolutely love that one. 2, 3, just because 2 was I'm just.
Wait, there was a third one?
I don't think there was a Sister Act 3 until now. Whatever they're going to call
this. Oh, this is 3.
Again, this is a working title again. It's just, they're saying Sister Act, but
okay,
working title again. A lot of these will be that. The next one confused me because at first I thought it was something about the Jungle Book, but then I realized, no, it's like Jungle Cruise Cruella. Like semicolon.
Well, there
Cruella.
was that ride at Disney Jungle Cruise.
Wait, I think you might.
There's supposed to be a movie with
it
The
wasn't
Rock.
a comma.
I think you might have pulled up a list that had a wrong punctuation in it.
Okay, well then Jungle Cruise and then
there's
Cruella.
a Jungle Cruise movie with The Rock,
right?
That's what's coming out, and then there's Cruella, which we also know about.
And that's what I thought. I was like, because I first wrote this down like Cruella, but then I'm like,
someone made a
this
type.
is semicolon.
You pulled up one list and wait, a semicolon or a colon?
No, it's a semi.
Well, that would be more like a comma than a colon would.
But still, it's like Jungle Cruise.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. So Jungle Cruise and Cruella, either one. I'm not looking forward to either of them. So, and then
I can't wait. No, I am totally looking forward to Jungle Cruise Cruella.
I am too.
Me too.
She's gonna like steal all those Dalmatians and run down the river with
Dalmatians. We're gonna go get us some lions.
Oh man.
We're going to the jungle.
I am super excited for this. How is this not on your
Cruella
list?
is so gonna die. She couldn't handle little puppies. She ain't gonna handle no lion. And the last one was on my list of could care less about and this one's more. I usually I could care less. I couldn't care.
Could care less.
If
you could, we want to get into this.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
All right, you could not care less about this.
Could not care the less of about this. The last one was Raya and the Last Dragon. They're saying it's going to be a good animation. I just kind of looked at it briefly, and I'm like,
Is it? Oh, that's a new thing. Right?
That's a new
original.
Yeah.
IP.
Yep. And I believe that will be. I think that one's going to be in theaters, though. I don't think that's coming to Disney Plus itself. If not, wait.
Not initially.
Wait.
Will eventually.
Someday.
There will be. There was one of these that is they're gonna do the Mulan thing. Maybe it was this one. You got to pay $39.
Oh, the premium,
the
premiere or whatever it is.
Premiere, yeah, you'll have to pay that.
Yeah.
And then you can watch it on Disney Plus. That I actually think was it.
I still don't think that they might not end up doing that anyway. It's where we're going in this climate.
You still don't think that they might not?
I
mean,
knew
could
it
care less? Really?
knew
Come on.
it was not a greatly structured sentence. Nor do I even know what I said, but like I don't think that they.
I don't want to get called out on it a few podcasts from now, so I heard it.
I just let it go. Whatever. So that's my list of the ones that I couldn't care less about.
Semicolon.
With Cruella. Moving into the ones that is like, okay, I'll give it a shot. The first one was Limitless with Chris Hemsworth. I guess they're calling him a human, and I don't understand how he's getting into this exactly.
Is this a movie?
No, this is a series on National Geographic, and they're gonna put him through. As
he's gonna be like himself.
He's himself.
So it's not like
Thor,
the Bradley Cooper movie. Limitless.
No.
Okay.
Man, I wish I had that pill. Anyways, so
that's what popped in my head when you first said it. I'm like, wait a minute, how many times they did the movie? They tried to do a series, it got canceled after one season, and now they're going to do it again.
No. This is a real life,
completely unrelated.
This is a National Geographic show. It will be a series, and what it is he's calling himself a human guinea pig, and they're going to put him through some tests. And I swear I saw a video of it where they have him like go down to like Antarctica, and he's like swimming in the water, or he's like on an iceberg or something, and just like swimming, like in a skin, whatever you want. Wetsuit, thank you. And just like they're putting him through his paces and like running tests on him as he performs whatever these tests are that he's doing. So he calls himself a human guinea pig, which I'm surprised with, he's an actor. He has all these things going on that you'd really kind of do this, but obviously they're not going to.
I'm sure it's
probably
safe.
Put him in harm's way. Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of like active stuff. He has like a fitness app too that just came out.
He's playing Hulk Hogan.
Apparently been doing really good. He's playing Hulk Hogan
in a biopic.
I love that. I call them biopics because that's how I read it on accident. But
biopics.
I think
it's all
good. He starts filming it soon, I think, because that'd
be cool. Dude, he is jacked right now.
Yeah, he is.
That's what he's doing it for. The Hulk Hogan. Yeah. He's more jacked than Hulk Hogan. Well, more ripped anyway.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was big. He wasn't like ripped.
He's probably doing it without like the real bad steroids too. He probably just has a few anabolics.
Just a few.
Just a few. All
just
right.
A few. Speaking of human guinea pigs.
So that's the whole idea behind that show is he's going to be just put through all these different tests by scientists, and they're going to see what his reactions are and, test him after the fact. So that's that one. The next one is this one I'm kind of about, and you told me about this first, and I couldn't believe that this was a thing. They're doing a live action Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers show. Was it? Or I don't know.
I want to say it was a movie.
Is it a movie? Okay. And
my computer's dead.
That's okay. The TV just died too behind you, so we lost Bacon on the Rocks holidays. Yeah, I know it's been an hour and a half. This is a long podcast. We told you guys. So Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. The thing I don't like about that, this is why I'm giving it a shot. But when I saw like Alvin and the Chipmunks, I have a feeling they're going to do the same thing and they're going to sound the same. And honestly, never enjoyed any of that.
Yeah, I don't think they'll sound the same. I mean,
it's going to be close to that. It really is, because Chip and Dale still had that little higher voice and it's like talking fast.
I think they'll sound like they did in their things. Like, yes, they'll have a high pitched voice, but I feel like the Chipmunks always sounded very different than the voice
if they
actors
bring
for Chip and Dale.
Monterey Jack in and Gadget, is it Gidget or Gadget? Gadget, and then the Fly. I forgot his name.
I just made a weird noise.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of in between. I'm gonna definitely give it a shot, especially because if nothing else, I love the theme song. That was always the best for every cartoon episode. I love that one. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe
Zipper,
Zipper was great. And it would be cool to kind of see, like, they had like that toothpaste balloon flying machine to get themselves around. It'd be cool to see if they kind of try and concoct those again. That I feel would be interesting.
I'm drawing a blank on Chip and Dale right now.
Really?
And I watched it, but
they had the skateboard car with the big fan in the back and sit there and whip around town and solve.
Fat Cat was
Fat Cat was the main bad guy.
Antagonist.
Yep.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see how it all turns out here in the end.
I mean, I watched it. I didn't retain any of it, apparently.
And then now they're coming up with a prequel to The Lion King. What they're going to go through, Mufasa's rise to being king or something. I don't know where it's leading to, but
probably
it's why Scar hates him or something.
It's
like
a working,
that
it's a working title again. That's not even obviously the prequel to like,
like
but they're coming with something
Star
with
Wars prequels.
Yes. So they're coming up with something like that. And then we've all heard about this. And I'm going to give it a shot as The Little Mermaid. I mean,
that's a series, right?
No, I think it was a movie, wasn't it?
I'm
pretty sure it's a movie.
What, a live action?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like the ones they've been doing with
all like Lady and the Tramp and all that. Yeah. And my feeling for it is very much like Lady and the Tramp, where I'm like, maybe, I'll try it. I know Natalie's going to want to watch it, so I'll.
Melissa McCarthy, I think, is Ursula.
Ursula. That's last I heard, yeah. So
she's good.
Yeah. That's why, I'm willing to give it a shot, but I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to like it like the original.
Who plays Mjolnir?
Who'd you say?
There's a callback. We're just move on.
Okay, we're going to continue on here.
You can listen to the podcast later.
You think I have time to listen to this? I listened to this whole thing over again when I edited it. Okay, ones I'm looking forward to. That's the end of the giving it a shot. And now the ones I'm looking forward to the most. And the number one thing I'm looking to is
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks Game Changer, and it'll be a live action series. So Gordon Bombay is back, and the Ducks have basically turned into the Hawks, which disgusts me. I'm like, how can you let the Ducks turn into what the Hawks were? They were like a superior team, and they're all cocky and they're jerks, and you got to start like back from the bottom again with kids that don't know how to play hockey or just aren't that good. So I was mad to see the Ducks change that way, but
what was it Batman? You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah.
But still, this Gordon Bombay is not the villain, so he's in there. Excited to see.
So wait, he's he the coach of the Ducks still?
No,
he becomes the coach of the new team.
He becomes the coach of District 3 again. No, it'd be funny.
Wait, they're not even District 3 anymore?
I don't know what they are. He's like actually the maintenance guy at some other ice rink, because at least they show him driving a Zamboni. Like
he fell.
Yeah,
he fell from great. He was
a lawyer, like a hotshot lawyer.
He was a lawyer,
and then he got like a DWI or something, and had to do the community service.
Yeah, And he still could have been a lawyer, but then he quacked at Mr. Ducksworth, and that was not a good idea.
Quack, Mr. Ducksworth.
That sticks with you the rest of your life, and you can never be a lawyer again.
I mean, they disbar you for that, for sure.
Absolutely, when you quack at your boss.
Minnesota, of all places?
Yeah, and it just goes right through. Everybody knows about that.
Don't you know?
Don't you know, eh?
Don't you know?
Minnesota.
Next thing I'm excited about is, and it probably won't be out till towards Halloween, is Hocus Pocus 2. So looking forward to that. That's just that yearly movie when Halloween comes around.
I never watched it.
Is Sarah Jessica Parker coming back?
I never watched it.
I think all three of them are, yeah. So
really?
Yeah.
Who's the other girl?
Bette Midler?
No, obviously not Bette Midler. The other one.
Oh no! There's a lot of girls in that movie.
Well, I mean, there's 3 witches.
Yeah, I don't know the middle one.
I don't know the other one.
Yeah. You asked the other girl. Am I not correct in my statement?
I thought it was clear that it wasn't Bette Midler.
No, you said the other girl. That's the only one I knew the name of.
Well, she is one of the other ones. Yeah.
She is. What do we look? What?
Okay.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
That's why.
That's probably why I don't know her name.
Kathy Namjay or something. Najimy.
Okay, cool. Kathy. We'll just call her Ann.
Shout out to Kathy.
Good old Kathy.
Reprising her role as
the
third witch.
As Red Witch. She was wearing red, I think. Okay, so moving on from Hocus Pocus, then Pinocchio. Unsure. Don't know. I mean,
wait, this is in your wanna see, but you're not sure?
This one could have fallen back down.
This was borderline.
I'm going to watch this one because they just came out with Disney didn't come out with this, but there's another Pinocchio that came out, and I think it's like live action. But it just doesn't look at it. It's like, I think.
Was it live action or was it just like high?
Might have been
high CGI.
Might have been high. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on it. I think it was.
I feel like I only remember seeing scenes of Pinocchio, and that was very CGI. But like
Pinocchio was CGI, but but I think he was interacting with. That's why I was thinking it was live action. I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's like that's kind of fell between looking forward to and giving it a shot. I mean, not a huge fan of Pinocchio, but I kind of want to see that no matter what, just to see how they do with it, because I think it'd be interesting.
It's probably a good like family night movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not just gonna go and watch it on my own. That's definitely Xavier and Natalie are coming to watch. The next one was Baymax, and that is going to be a series, I believe, and it's based off the Big Hero 6 movie, which was a cartoon. You guys are looking at me like you never saw it.
Animated? No, I'm familiar.
Vaguely familiar.
Yeah, the big white.
The big white inflatable airbag dude that is supposed to help you. He was like a medical assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's coming back, and they're bringing that into a whole series for him. And then the last one was Lightyear, which can only be Buzz's back. And actually,
is that a series? Oh, no, that was a movie.
I believe that's a movie, and Chris Pratt will be the voice of Buzz instead of Tim Allen.
What?
Yep. I know, right?
Is it Young Buzz? Do toys get old?
Well, it has to be, because what it's about is it's about like everything. It's almost like his prequel. Like, okay, who was a Star Command? It's like, what is Star Command? How did he train? How did he get to be a Light Ranger, or Space Ranger, whatever he is, Lightyear there? So that's the whole basis behind that. Is it's in essence his prequel to how he got, it showed you his background.
I thought he was a toy.
He is a toy. That's just it. But he has memories of Star Command. So
I mean, I like Chris Pratt, but
I want to say in Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear was a TV show first, and then they made a toy out of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a video game, right? Weren't they playing
a video game?
Weren't they playing a video game?
He had sheets of them on his bed.
One of them opens, I think, as a video game, like one of the Toy Story movies. I feel like.
No, that's Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
The only opening of a Toy Story thing that's coming to me right now is the. Nope, left my mind too.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, but we just watched all. Was there 4 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched all 4 of them fairly recently.
I was going to say, I don't remember in the first 3, unless the 4th one had something like that.
I felt like one of them was like
Emperor Zurg is after.
Yeah, they're like in the space station running down like halls, and they're trying to get to Zurg or whatever, and then like
no, that's not a video game. That's actually Toy Story 2.
Yeah, the opening of it. They're playing it out. They're playing it out. They're in Andy's room
playing though. I think
it's Buzz, isn't it? Isn't it the toys playing the game? Why is this the most heated discussion we've had
the whole night, right? I don't know. It's kind of bad.
I'm going to go watch Toy Story 2 now.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm not sure if anybody knows. Definitely drop us a message and let us know here.
Somebody's playing the game.
Right now?
Ham is playing a game. I remember Ham playing a game. The pig was playing a game.
Yeah, I thought so,
I don't think it was a Buzz Lightyear game.
Pretty sure. I don't know.
Well, I want to say in the first one, there was a Buzz Lightyear show, and then the show had the commercial for the toy, and then that's why Andy wanted the Buzz Lightyear toy.
Probably.
Because it was from the show.
Yeah. Man, we're bad.
So now it's like a spin-off and a prequel. It's like two categories.
A sprequel.
Eric just coined that term.
Yep, I was going to say, Eric, yep.
All right.
It's a sprequel.
So there you have it, folks. That's Disney Plus in a nutshell. I mean, there's so much more that they're still even doing that we didn't even get to. I mean, this is just
Willow series.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones 5, yep. Yeah. So there's a lot more. You can definitely check it out online.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Which one, Willow or
Indiana Jones 5?
I don't want it.
Don't want it. Not impressed with the last one.
Dark Crystal.
Who was?
Yeah.
Not Dark Crystal.
Like you would think.
Oh my God, no. Crystal Skull. Sorry. Crystal. There was a crystal in there.
Dark Crystal's the one with the puppets.
Yeah, I love that one.
You would think Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford, Shia LaBeouf at the time,
Yeah.
How can you screw this up?
You can.
They did.
You hide in a refrigerator.
Hide in a refrigerator. Too much CGI.
Yeah.
Remember the CGI ants?
No, I don't remember because I haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones films.
Remember he hasn't seen any of these yet. Yeah, I know.
How'd you know to hide in the refrigerator?
Memes.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, you can get all this information online, obviously. Let us know what you think. If there's anything you're looking forward to or anything that you think we're wrong about, we'd love to hear it.
Probably everything.
Yeah, probably everything. Once again, definitely check out our store, store.bacononthedot.rocks, and be sure to check out the new shirts, sweatshirts, coffee mugs. Eric's shaking his head no. Shop.bacononthedot.rocks.
Yes, not store dot.
Darn it. Did I
can
say
go
store?
set that one up, though, if you need me to.
Yeah, set that one up, too. Set everything up. Do it. Just do it. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Cookies Q. Definitely go to cookiesq.com. They got the new menu coming out, and so a lot of new stuff coming there. So if you're looking for something new to try there, that's definitely the way to go. One other thing I forgot to sit there and mention is we've got Aircomb. We still got the deal going on. Go to their website, aircomb.com, and you can type in the word bacon in the promo code and save yourself some money on some great products from them.
Yeah, even if you don't need a comb, that beard oil,
yeah,
I put that on every day.
Yep.
Just because when I wear a mask, I smell it.
Isn't it? It smells so great, good. Doesn't it? Yeah.
Was it fresh, though, that one you gave? Oh,
yeah, that one.
So
See, and you wanted the peppermint. I took the peppermint one, so... Yeah.
Probably.
So, but we'll check you out next week, everybody. Thanks for listening and enjoy and stay safe.